Welcome to the Creative Bliss in Life and Biz show. I'm Kathy Stoll from Bliss Beyond Nap Time, and today's show is all about how to go from an artist to coach. And this is part of my series on being a creative and wanting to start offering one-on-one coaching services, and what might that look like in your particular creative bliss situation. So being an artist, I feel that I say this a lot, but I think mainly being human, we are just naturally artists. We are creating constantly in our day-to-day. And so it is an opportunity for us to explore, what is it that fulfills me about this particular creative bliss of mine? So talking about artists today, in my head, I am picturing someone wearing perhaps spanky suspender or overalls like I am right now, standing there in front of a blank canvas and just pouring themselves onto there. And I feel too that just that imagining of a blank canvas, even just saying it out loud, for me, it stirs up some flashback material, such as, oh my God, paralysis from analysis and fear of messing things up. It takes me back to having my firstborn. It's like, I'm gonna mess this thing up. It seems like if you are an artist, let's take a look at painting, for example, you have overcome that fear. So once you get beyond that, what is it that you like about this process? And what is it that the act of creating, painting teaches you or holds you and kind of saves you a little bit about this journey from life? Obviously, if you consider yourself an artist in that respect, it's your passion. Time probably flies when you're in that zone. So if you're thinking about earning a living from your artistic endeavors, you are probably imagining selling your art pieces, which is a gift to the world, which I appreciate and I thank you for. And it might also make sense for you to diversify your income stream. So maybe that's why you are checking out this episode. I have some ideas for you. And of course, it deals with offering coaching services. And that is because I'm super passionate about that literal creating, like with a paintbrush. And I've shared this story before, that the artistic method was just really crucial for me to explore my own fears around the birthing experience. So we were very fortunate enough to take birthing from within prenatal classes when I was pregnant with my daughter. And it was really fun because we got to do artsy fartsy type activities together with my husband. And it was really mind-blowing how it revealed to me what my subconscious beliefs and fears around the birthing process. So I felt that it really empowered me. That is one example of how you can work as a coach. So you could either work with other artists. So if they are already established, perhaps like, on your kind of playing level, then perhaps you can work one-on-one with other artists and using your creativity coaching tools to help them when they're feeling stuck in the creative process, to help them overcome their fears of putting their work out there. There's many ways they could approach this. If you want, you can also work with people who aren't yet at your caliber. If they are just want to delve into an artistic expression, then perhaps you can coach them, just super beginning level. And you can also work with a completely different group of people. Because you're an artist, here you might find yourself with all these tools that not only help you in your artistic endeavors, but you notice that you also apply them into other areas of your life. So Maybe you want to work with a specific group of people. Maybe, you know, this is a wild example coming from me, but working with moms, for example. Maybe you want to work with single moms, depend how niche you want to get. Perhaps you want to work with corporate people on some respect, allow them to get more intuitive with their profession. So no matter what target niche that you decide upon, you can use the actual creative process as a modality to explore these spheres, very much like I did when I took that prenatal course. Real life example, there is a lady in our community who offers these weekend workshops, and it allows you to actually paint some feminine divine within. So I took one that was about discovering your inner goddess, and I took one discovering your inner queen. And the process, just to show you an example how you can work with people, we would go in, it would begin with a meditation, i.e. we began with a meditation of what our inner queen looks like, what message does she have to share for us, and then within the meditation we went on a journey, and this is very much a creativity coaching tool offering guided meditations. And then we took note by journaling when we came out of meditation, the symbols that were discovered, the messaging. And then we would actually, that's how we just got over the fear of marring up the canvas. We actually wrote the word or the phrase that our inner queen had to share with us. And then we began with the layers upon layers. And our divine teacher was coaching us, you know, don't worry if you mess up, there's going to be more layers applied. So, dude, how is that for a metaphor for life? There's so many layers. Okay, so check it out. Here is my inner queen, and it's so funny. I'm laughing because we were guided to an animal that, you know, that comes. So here's my inner queen. Lots of symbolism going on there. So that's just an example of how you can diversify your income streams as an artist if you want to start working as a coach. So again, you can offer group workshops, you can meditate on a particular niche that could use some support in an area that you found the creative process has helped you overcome in a struggle that you see might be very common in a particular niche. You can work with your peers. There are so many ways. So how to actually do it. Again, you could begin by taking note of how the creative process has kind of worked the muscles that allow you to overcome obstacles in other areas of your life. So you can start journaling on how you can pass on these gems to others. You can start getting ideas, so keeping that big idea journal handy. And once you start having ideas, start with good old Googling what other people might be offering in terms of that niche. Finally, take a step. This is going to take some stepping out of your comfort zone. Start sharing with some close friends of yours that you can confide in, that, thinking about going for it. What do you think? But, being very careful who you speak this to. Keep it close to your heart. Start stepping out of your comfort zone, sharing with a select few, and then start taking those steps. So start declaring is what I like to say. If you have a blog, that's kind of how I began with my coaching. I declared it on my blog because back in the day, I thought if I don't blog about it, it won't happen. So I said on my blog, you guys, I'm thinking about becoming a creativity coach. Whatever works for you. And then finally, take action. So start looking, okay, what do I need to do to make this real? And for me, it looked like getting some coaching tools. If you want, check out my download. It offers 50 creativity coaching niches, so it might start getting your wheels turning. And I thank you for tuning into this series. So check it out again. It's over. I'll put the link down below or up above, or go over to Bliss Beyond Nap Time. I have it splattered everywhere. Like an artist, I'm just splattering my paint everywhere. Hope I don't get any paint on your nose. I'm gonna go. Thanks for watching live, you guys. Ooh, ooh. And we'll see you next week. Take care. Bye.